Welcome to what will probably be the greatest episode of Awful Creepypasta ever. Today we are reading Jeff the Killer. Spanish edition.
Spanish to English.
Someone made a Spanish version of this creepypasta, and my brother...
very popular.
Yeah, and my brother has actually decided to take it and translate it back into English.
There's 1,652 comments on the.
So this is a big thing.
I'm not gonna bother translating those though.
We're gonna read it in English, but it's translated through Google Translate. But it's not the same.
Not at all.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
After weeks of unexplained murders, the killer unknown still haunts this place. After few tests have been found, a young woman says that he's...
Already Alex is done. Yes. Spanish... The problem with the translators is they mix up the genders constantly.
And bravely tells his story.
Go to sleep and... Also, I think I'm going to post the transcript of this.
I had a bad dream and woke up in the middle of the night, says the young woman. I saw that for some reason the window was open, although I remember that I closed it before I go to bed. I got up and closed it again. Then I simply got under the sheets and tried to go back to sleep. It was then when I had a really strange feeling, as if someone was watching me. I looked up and almost jumped off my bed. There, in the small ray of light illuminating from the curtains, there was a pair of eyes. They were dark. They were not normal eyes. They were dark and sinister eyes, were bordered in black, and it just terrified me. At that moment, I saw his mouth. A long, so horrendous smile that made all the hairs of the body as hairs in me. The figure stood there.
For some reason, there's just like a little...
Yeah, looking at me. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, said it. A simple sentence, but told in a way that only a madman can do it. He told me, "Go to sleep." A cry escaped me. That it will bring a knife.
That it will.
His goal was my heart. Jumped on top of my bed, but I defended me. Gave him a kick. The hit me. I fasted. Tried to touch me.
Not again.
It was then when my father entered. The man conceded him the knife. That means the man quit.
Quit the knife.
Which came on the shoulder of my father. The man probably would have ended with him if one of my neighbors had not alerted the police. The police headed towards...
What?
The police headed towards the parking lot.
There's a whole lot.
And
not driveway.
The police headed towards the parking lot and ran to the door. The man turned and ran down the hall. I heard a noise as if a glass had been broken. When I came out of the room, I saw that the window was facing the back of my house had been broken. I looked only to see it disappear in the distance, the window. I can assure you one thing. I will never forget that face, those cold eyes, and that psychotic smile. They will never come out of my head. The police is still in the search for this man. If you see someone who fits the description of the story, please contact your local police department. Well, you know what it is that makes Jeff. But why does it? To find out, we will have to go into a bit of the past?
Yeah, they added like 2 sentences.
F and his family had just moved into a new neighborhood. His father had gotten a promotion at work, and they thought it would be better to live in one of those houses of Fantasia. However, Jeff and his brother Leo could not complain as, while they desperate cabin one of his neighbors, he went through there. "Hello," she said. "I'm Barbara. Live on the other side of the street."
Live on the other street.
Just wanted to introduce myself and my son. Turned and called his son. "Billy, here are our neighbors." Billy said hello and ran back to play in his backyard.
Well, said Jeff.
Well,
I'm Margaret, and this is my husband Peter, and my 2 sons, Jeff and Leo.
Each of them arose from the ground, and then Barbara invited them to your child's birthday.
I don't have a child, thank you very much. Alex, is there something you're not telling us?
No.
Jeff and his brother tried to protest, but our mother told Barbara that he would love them. When Barbara finally was Jeff.
What?
Because they don't use a period.
And Barbara finally was Jeff asked her mother,
Mom, why invite us to a children's party? If you have not noticed it, I am no longer a child more.
Jeff says his mother, we have just moved here.
Yeah, you take over
We must show that we want to spend time with our neighbors. Now let's this party, and that is definitive. Jeff tried to protest, but stopped, knowing that he cannot do anything. Whenever her mother said something, it was definitive.
Her mother? Okay.
When Jeff goes into his room and drops it on his bed.
This whole time just been carrying like carrying
entire room.
Carrying the room around. He will lie there looking at his room.
What?
Go on. He will lie there. Right here.
He will lie there looking down his roof and suddenly has a strange sensation. It is not so much a pain, but it's a strange feeling. He ignores it and suddenly has a strange sensation. I messed that up.
Yeah.
It mistakes him for just a feeling randomly. The next day, Jeff walking down the stairs for breakfast and prepare for school. While I was sitting there eating your breakfast.
He self-inserts himself. Okay. Oh my God. Once again has that feeling.
Once again has that feeling. This time was stronger. It gave him a slight pull, but once again, she ignored him. He and Leo finished his breakfast. Went to the stop of bus. They were waiting for a bus, and then suddenly a boy on a skateboard jumped over them, only a few centimeters above their knees. Both jumped in surprise. Hey, what the heck? The boy fell and turned towards them. He kicked the skateboard and caught it with his hands. The guy seemed to be close to 12, 1 year younger than Jeff. It carries a slightly torn blue jeans and arrow pastel shirt. Well, end parentheses. It seems like we have a little bit of new meat. End quotation. Suddenly, are the two other guys. One of them is super slim, the other's huge. Well, since you're new here, I'd like to introduce ourselves. There is Keith, and he is Troy. And I said to the guy, I'm Randy.
Even though
now, for all the children in this neighborhood, there is a small price for the passage. if that is that I understand. Liu stood up ready to hit the boy when his two friends pulled a knife to him. I expected them to be more cooperative, but it seems that we have to do it the hard way. The boy was approached by Leo and takes the wallet from his pocket. Jeff TiVo the feeling again.
Jeff TiVo.
Now is truly strong, a burning sensation. It gets up, but Leo makes gestures to bring it back to sit. Jeff ignores it and gets close to the boys.
Listen to me, well, small punk. Return the wallet to my brother or otherwise.
Randy put his wallet in his pocket and pulls out the knife. Ah, yes. And what are you doing? Said Randy in a mocking voice while passing the knife front face of Jeff. Jeff, a fast-moving, takes Randy doll and breaks it.
Just
what? Is the doll of Randy?
Randy doll.
Randy gave a terrible cry, and Jeff took the knife from his hand. Troy and Keith got scared and tried to flee, but Jeff is too fast.
Like Santa.
Throws to Randy to the ground, and he lashes out against Keith. It stabs him in the arm. Jeff has removed the knife and lets it fall to the floor. Keith falls to the ground screaming. Troy runs, but Jeff manages to reach it. Does not need even the knife. He only gave shock Troy directly in the stomach with all of his strength. As it falls, Troy vomits everything.
The whole story.
The end. Leo cannot do anything but look at all
the thing
with
is,
Jeff.
There was a perfectly fine story, and then he vomited it out.
Yeah. Jeff, how? That's all that Leo said.
Jeff, how?
They see the bus coming and know that they will be blamed for the whole thing. Because he did. So they begin to run as fast as possible. While they run, look back and can see the bus driver, Randy, and the others. Something about that sentence didn't work.
Yeah.
When Jeff and Leo arrived at the school, they dared not to tell what happened. All they do is sit and listen. Leo thought his brother just hit a few guys, but Jeff knew it was something more. It was something frightening. The feeling of being powerful. The need of hurting someone. I liked how it sounded. But he could not help but feel happy. I felt this strange feeling disappeared and remained away throughout the day. When he arrived home, his parents asked him, how was your day? To which Jeff said with a somewhat ominous voice,
It was a wonderful day.
The next morning, he heard that he was called to your door. He stepped down to find 2 police officers at the door, and his mother looking at him with a look of anger. Jeff!
These officers.
These officers tell me that you had a casting to 3 children, which was not a normal fight, and that they were stabbed. Jeff's gaze fell to the ground, showing his mother that was true. Jeff replied quickly to his mom, Mom!
Were they who attacked us? And Leo?
Son, said one of the policemen, we found 3 boys. 2 stabbed, and 1 has a knife in the stomach. We haven't taken it out yet. We have several witnesses who saw them running away from the scene. Now what say that? Good day, sir! Jeff knew it was useless.
Never mind, Charlie.
He could say that he and Leo had been attacked by them. But there was no evidence that it wasn't them who attacked first. You could not say that they were not fleeing, because to tell the truth, they did.
If they did, no.
So Jeff did not defend itself or Leo. Son, called your brother. Jeff could not do it. Because he was the one who held children.
Lord! Lord, was I?
Said Jeff. Okay.
I was who attacked children. Leo tried to stump me, but couldn't.
The police looked at his partner and both were surprised. Well, kid, it seems like you have a waiting a year in prison. Wait! Shouted Leo. Everyone was surprised to see him with a knife. Officers took out their weapons and pointed to Leo. Wait! Please don't shoot! Jeff is innocent, I did everything, I lost control. Hit me a little, those punks, and I was angry. I have the marks to prove it. He lifted his shirt to reveal wounds and bruises as if he'd been in a fight. Son, just leave the knife, the official said. Leo raised the knife, and then it fell to the floor. He raised his hands and approached the officers. No!
I was
Leo!
I
did it! What?
Said Jeff with tears running down his face.
Huh? Poor brother, trying to take the blame for what I did, said Leo. Police took Leo to the
Leo, tell them I went, I tell you.
Not again.
I was who hit children. It was me.
My voice is slowly just...
The mother of Jeff laid his hands on her shoulders. Jeff, please. You don't have to lie. We know that it was Leo. You can stop you. Jeff observes helplessly how Patrol takes Leo inside.
Back in the house.
A few minutes later, the father of Jeff stops into the driveway and sees the face of Jeff and knows that something is wrong.
Son, what happens?
Son!
Oh, yeah.
What happens? Jeff may
you
not
can do the
respond.
quality impression.
His vocal cords are strained by crying. On the other hand, the mother of Jeff carries his father inside.
To break the ice.
With bad news! Jeff stays out and cries into the driveway. After an hour, Jeff returns to entering the house, only to see that their parents are sad and disappointed. You can look at them.
Yes, I can.
It just goes to sleep. Trying that the whole thing disappear from sadness and guilt.
No, you skipped the line.
His mind, that still doesn't make sense. Several days went by without news about Leo. There are no friends to hang out. Nothing but sadness and guilt. At least until Saturday when Jeff woke up and saw his mother with a happy face. Jeff, today is the day, he says while it opens the curtains and lights illuminates the room. Jeff?
What day is today?
Asked Jeff ungraciously. Today is the birthday of Billy, replied his mother. Jeff wakes up quickly. Jeff wakes up quickly.
Answered.
Mama, you must be kidding, right? No. Okay. How can you...
I can't believe that...
No,
I believe that this party could be... Choose randomly a shirt and pair of jeans and down the stairs. He sees his mother and father dressed very formally. Why you... Ew.
Oh my god.
Think! Why?
You know what? Think. God. Keep going.
I like this.
Oh, we're gonna get that. Okay, keep going.
Son. Is that what you're going to use? Better go and look for something else, says the mother of Jeff, acting like she was an NPC. Avoiding the feeling of screaming and hiding it with a smile. Jeff, at this party, you have to go well dressed. If you want to cause a good impression, says his father. Jeff starts to growl.
Alright.
Except when Jeff would be like... Just like, Jeff, go get dressed.
And back up to his room.
I have nothing elegant clothes.
Shouts on the stairs. You only have to choose something, says his mother. Look to your around,
That's not the book.
but not find anything elegant. Her wardrobe is a pair of dress pants, black for special occasions. Jeff can't find a shirt that I agreed.
You had to agree on it.
Look to your account.
Around.
Look to your around and found only prints and striped shirts.
It's paper shirt.
None of them goes with dress pants.
Clearly.
Finally, meets a hoodie white lying on a chair.
Like he met him like formally. He's like, "Hi, I'm
Hi, I'm Jeff.
And the most laughs in an Awful Creepypasta episode in like the first 10 minutes. How far are we through this?
Actually, we're on the white hoodie part, so
How far are we through the video though, like minute-wise?
minute wise, 16 something minutes.
16?
16. It's been going by pretty fast.
Let's keep going.